Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to, what are we, the 14th? 14th of May? Always get the date wrong. I should always look. I got a phone in my hand, watch on my wrist. But anyway, starting out, it looks wonderful out here. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. It's amazing. It's just pretty. It probably rained itself out with all them thunderstorms and carrying on last night. That was pretty wild. Ah, dang. Well, welcome to Thursday. Well, there, little woman.
That's a little woman.
That was a nice ride, off and on, little sprinkles here and there, but
Yeah,
it was pleasing. It's very pleasing out here today.
It is nice.
Last couple of days have been that way. Just a perfect temperature. You can wear a light coat if you want, or nothing at all if you want.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anyway, you have yourself a wonderful Thursday. I'll go surprise Brian with my cheap Tractor Supply wrench. But what we use it for, cheap is fine.
Yes.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, Humble.
Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye. So I come walking up here. My kid's over there talking to Rolling Sands. He's got some crazy project going on. Brian's going, holy crap, he called me back. But, oops. Must have got dirt underneath there, and the crate ruffled on there and took all the glossy gloss off of it. So we have a new thing here. If we're in public out front, mandatory, we have to wear a mask. The governor had a meeting or something this morning. So let me glove up. All right. I think that's Travis telling Ryan yes too. There's only a couple of them left that aren't BMWs. Old Kurt, he's got his tranny out. He's about to take her apart. As he's doing that, I'm about to take this here one for a ride. Let's see what the young lad's doing here. Ooh, that's a big old windshield. Look at that. Got a vent and everything in it. So both this one and the previous one, excuse me, were lowered. And I mean, it's like really low, almost to the point the side stand's not functional. And you gotta be really careful putting it on your rack. You gotta go nice and slow. And you can see the headers underneath there where they've been beating and banging on things. I don't know if they sent the shocks off and had them done, or it's different shocks. I'm not sure. It's really low. Sprinkling out here a little bit. So I've put my 100%s on. In case my hands got wet, they wouldn't. Ooh, yeah. Get her sideways there, son. All the horsepower comes out when they, when the rain hits the ground. Isn't that funny? That's a really dark shield, and for me, I'm seeing through it, and I always got to see over. But I gotta say, it's really nice. That's some really clean air coming across that thing. Another one down. I don't know when the next one's coming. Won't be too long, I'm a-thinking. So one of our customers, well, I'm not going to tell you about this yet. I'll talk about it later. A weird bike thing. Nothing wrong with the customer. Customer, totally cool. Him and his wife. So awesome. It's cool that, you know, enough time's gone by that, I mean, you've like really become friends with these people. It's funny how there's this new like loyalty back, you know, goes both ways, you know. It's always been that way for the dealer, you know. They're very loyal to their loyal customers, but you know, some people they're kind of like cats, you know. If the neighbor feeds your cat better, your cat is gone. I like their food better. Or they give more or something. You got little kids out here playing on their bikes. And see, I don't like that I don't perfectly see those kids. That shield's at an angle. There's a little bit of a disturbance out of it. And yeah, I need to see with the only screen between me is maybe a pair of glasses or the face shield on my helmet. I do not want the motorcycle having any effect on that. Whee! Whoa! It's 4:30? No. What happened to this day? I guess that's kind of like yesterday. They've got this thing really soft. It's all springy. It's really comfortable though. I mean, real comfortable. I see it's in road. Skim down through the menus here. I forget you got a different way of looking at stuff on these. Oh, I went right past. I say this got it. Just one person in road. Maybe it's something to do with whatever change it did with the shock. It just feels like a really overly soft and spongy, which, like I say, it's actually very, very comfortable. It's like driving your mama's Cadillac down the road. It's real nice. Well, despite the fact we got some rain, it is nice out here. 55.4 degrees. That's just normal temperature here in the Northwest. When it gets too much over 80, we start to cry. This coming from someone that, you know, lived in Texas where it was hotter than a hubs of heck. It doesn't matter where you live. You just get used to whatever the temperature and weather is around you. I knew I seen something sneaking through there. Wow, I wasn't expecting my feet to be that close to the ground. That freaked me out a little bit. I took my feet off the pegs and the ground is like right there. It's funny how you get used to the bikes and you just, I don't know, you expect that same all the time. Shift Assist Pro is so smooth on 6 cylinders. It's got a lot of, despite the vent to prevent it, I'm getting a lot of pressure of wind from behind. I've got that I was watching you there, Honda. I've got that touring shield for the Street Glide. It was off of Ultra or something. I don't know, you know, because the padding's much less on the Street Glide, so maybe I'm sitting too far into the shield or whatever. I don't know, but that thing creates way too much backwind. If you got caught in the rain, you wouldn't get wet up front. The rain would be coming down your neck. I don't like that. I like a good mixture of, you know, balanced wind. I don't mind being buffeted around a little bit. Now that stock little stubbed off shield that's on there, like when I went out to Skookumchuck Reservoir out there, there was a crazy headwind, and it's certain speeds, certain headwinds, you gotta duck a little bit because it does come over and kind of it comes over, then it comes right back down the top of your head and goes on the top of your head. If it was just a little bit, that's a 3-inch, and I think I had a 6 or an 8-inch on my my 103 twin cam Street Glide Special, and that was perfect. But it was an aftermarket shield and it was too thick, So when it went between, you know, the sandwich of the one early, the sandwich between the fairing and then that front cover, it left a gap. And the rain and stuff, it's nice and sealed up there, but with the shield too big, you know, there was a gap and it went down as it looped around. But man, there was mud all that ride at Yellowstone. I mean, literally mud was in there. So yeah, got to go with one of the more quality shields that fit correctly. This thing looked like a big thick piece of plexiglass. I forget who I got it from. And oh man, he just looked at it and it scratched. It was not a good shield, but it was cheap. I think it was one of those things I needed it for the trip or something, and it was the only one I could get real quick because I was going to run with a stock shield, and it's kind of one of those things, nah, let's go ahead and just kick her a little bit. I like the wind cutters with the lip on them. They work really well, but for vlogging, you look right through that lip, it doesn't work. But man, they work really good. Like the shields that come on the Street Glide CVOs, it just comes on them. Oh, that thing works so good. It's just barely taller than mine, almost not even noticeable, but the shape and that lip is just magic. If nothing else, Shift Assist Pro is just fun to play with. But if you had one of these things, you get way too used to it, and then you ride your buddy's bike and you might take his tranny out for him. Hill assist. There's always, and Kurt and I can't figure it out, but there's always a passcode that says the hill assist was deactivated. But there's nothing wrong. You follow the code and there's nothing wrong. You go through it, measures, there's nothing there. And then, you know, just like me, I just tried it. It always works. So we're just wondering, you know, if there was a point where it had a low battery issue, and if that happens, you can make the CAN bus, you can make the orb, you can make it collapse for a moment. When it does, it just throws a whole host of codes. But usually there's some telltales. There's voltage codes going everywhere. You know, there's low voltage at the VCM, DME, it's all over the place. You know, and you go, yeah, not a low battery. You know, like when you start it and it goes, and it's too much and the bike kind of blacks out for a second. Yeah, you get about 5 pages of fault codes when that happens. All CAN bus bikes do that. The Spyders do it. The BMWs do it. This thing actually it's so low, it makes me a little nervous in the turns. I don't know at what point the center stand's going to drag or something. And speaking of center stands, it's so low, you're having to just deadlift an entire K1600 to put it on the center stand. I mean, you have to straighten yourself out and do it just right, or you could really do some back damage putting this thing on. And when it gets up, the back tire's about, I don't know, 8 inches off the ground. A normal center stand, the back tire is just barely off the ground. I don't know the reason for squatting them, but if that's what they like, who am I to say any different? Hope the gate's still open. Yeah, buddy. Well, thanks once again for following through on a K1600 tranny recall. You guys kind of seen this one in all kinds of different sorts. Sometimes with her skirt peeled up just a little bit. Y'all got to see inside one of these things. I'm gonna back it in here because I'm sure they'll take it. I'll show you something here. See, look, the side stand's touching now. It's just a springing of the suspension that allows it to stay there. I'd be afraid of wind blowing it over. That's cool though. I love that smell after you've been working on them. It just has that, you know, the assembly oil and all the new stuff you're messing around with. It just has it gives it a new bike smell all over again. All right, I'm bouncing. Check this out. It's sunny, it's windy, and it's 6 degrees warmer here in Toledo. How about that? How's that for some like heavy duty light right there? That'll push the old phone. But look at old GCs, man. We're just got them packed and stacked in here. Heck yeah. I like it when it gets nicer as you're coming home. Nice and warm here in Toledo. Yeah. There is some pretty scary, I don't know where that's going. Usually it doesn't come to us from that way. Alright, Mo, I guess this is the last of the drive home.
Yeah.
You ready to get home?
Yes.
Me too. Well, hello there, YouTube. It's the coolest looking sky out here.
It is. It has almost, well, you can't ever film it in the south. There's that like...
Yeah, the auto
weird
white balance corrects it, but
yeah,
it's very peaceful out here.
it is.
It's cooled off a bit. I even put a coat on.
I got a robe on.
Yeah.
But I
Doors are
always
still,
have a
we got
robe
the
on.
front door open, the window open in the bedroom, and a little breeze coming through. Feels good. It feels
Yeah.
great. I love that old natural cooling, natural heating. Fire
Nice
fuel.
and fresh.
Yeah. Anyway, that was another fun day. Got the K1600 done. Actually, I just took my dear sweet time at that thing and got it done. There's no rush. I think the customer's not picking it up until the weekend or tomorrow. It was supposed to be a nice day, but yeah, it was nice. Poor Kurt, he's just kind of getting started on his. That's his second one.
Poor
Yeah.
guy.
After the second one, you've learned some tricks. Well, probably it's more like his first because he had to wait for a part on his. So there's a huge gap in time. But after he does a third one, he'll learn some tricks and things to speed things up. You'll know what tools. You won't be looking at air with there's after sales information research. You won't be looking at air at the manual looking for torque specs anymore and stuff like that. So I'll get these things down. I'll get close to flat rate, so I'll probably lose about an hour on each one. That's no big deal. It's better than the first couple.
Yeah.
Dang.
Better than like 5-6 hours.
Yeah, gets crazy. But anyway, it was a wonderful day today. It's busy. She's crazy busy. I mean, it's crazy busy up front. The governor came up with a new thing. I think he realizes that people are going nuts in dealerships. So all dealerships have to, if you're around a customer at all, you have to have a mask on. So yeah, it's crazy. Nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know where people getting all the money, man.
I don't
They're
know.
buying motorcycles. We'll probably break an all-time record this month. It's that crazy. But so great for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buy them motorcycles.
I know it. We like it.
But anyway, we're gonna roll out on that.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Friday or Saturday.
Heck yeah, tomorrow is Friday.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be the only nice day. That swallow almost got us.
I thought it was coming.
He was so close I could smell his feathers.
I know it.
But anyway, see you guys in the morning.
We'll see you then.
Thanks now. Bye-bye. Harley going by.